iQuanta. Hello everyone, welcome to iQuanta. Am I audible? Please confirm the audio once. Am I properly audible? Great, Shifali. Today we'll do some really enjoyable session. It's based on IIFT past year papers. Rohit has already come up with the answer. Well done, Rohit. All right, so IIFT is a different ballpark altogether. If we compare it to CAT, we have done a lot of sessions on CAT throughout the year, but today we'll be doing IIFT. The verbal part of IIFT is actually very easy. Good afternoon, Rohit. The RC part is also easy, in fact, but the problem is that there are a lot of questions and you have to be really, quick in solving everything. So here we have the first question. It says, identify the appropriate meaning for the given root word. Root word is quin, as in quintessence or quintet. So what do you think should be the correct answer over here? Well, here some people might get confused because the examples that they have given, the examples are like quintessence is basically summary of something, but they're talking about only the root word that is quin. Quin means 5. Quin means 5, so fifth. For example, if someone has two offspring, two children, they are called as twins, all right? They are called as twins. If there are 3 children, they are called as triplets. There are 4, they are called as quadruplets. If there are 5 children, they are called as quintuplets. Quintuplets. One of the examples is quintuplets. Quin means fifth. All right, coming to the next question. In the sentences below are certain nouns or collective nouns that are used incorrectly as singular when they should be used as plural and vice versa. Identify the correct sentence from the following. A. Whose are these cattles? B. The sceneries of Kashmir are very charming. C. No news is good news. D. He loves either your son or my. Abhimanyu, not the snap part, but yeah, it will help somehow. This question is very easy, so it might give you some confidence boost that IIFT is actually easy, the English part specifically. Whose are these cattles? See, this word cattles is a wrong word. There are no plural for it. So when we say cattle, it's basically a collective noun. We don't require any plural form of it. The sceneries is wrong. It should be only scenery. That is why these two are wrong. If you look at fourth statement, he loves either your son or my. Sentences has a sense of incompletion, so this cannot be correct. No news is good news is the proper sentence, and news here is considered to be one singular noun. Do not get confused by S. All right, next. Find the most appropriate word from the given options which best describe the meaning provided in the question, meaning the study of inscriptions. The study of inscriptions. What is the study of inscriptions called? To answer this question, we must understand the meaning of all the words that are given over here. Cacography. This is bad handwriting. Calligraphy is good handwriting. So calligraphy is basically the art of writing. Epigraphy means the study of inscriptions, and pantography, it is derived from a mechanical tool which is called as pantograph, and it is connected in such a way that if one limb moves, other one automatically moves. You must have seen those circuits, the wires, the electrical lines. So there are this kind of the shape of something like this, a mechanical device. So if this one moves, this will also move. This is derived from the law of parallelograms. You won't go deep in it, but that is what pantograph means. I wanted you to know the meaning of all the words. Fourth, identify the options with all correct spellings. Wow. How many of you were actually very good in dictation when you were kids? Yeah, Pratiksha, we can say that. People on Facebook are not commenting. Try to answer the questions. Harsha Venkat, calligraphy, bad handwriting. I can recall when I was at 5th or 6th, there were tests of dictation. 15 words were there. Same must have happened with you also. Pratiksha got full marks. Wow. Pantography, human, I just explained that to you. It's derived from the pantograph. Pantograph is a mechanical tool. It basically links a lot of things. For example, wires, electrical wires. Well, this one. Assiduous. What is the meaning of assiduous? Anyone? What is the meaning of assiduous? Assiduous is, this spelling is correct. Acquaintance is wrong because it should be ACQ. Here we should be having a C. Acquaintance. Allegiance is right. This is exoneration. So this is also wrong. That is why option A cannot be correct. The meaning of assiduous. Anyone? A person who works really hard and he or she goes beyond the comfort zone in taking great care of someone, you know. So they are diligent, hardworking people. At the same time, they actually take a lot of care of others. They might go beyond the boundaries to do that. Okay, so assiduous has got this kind of meaning. Lavanya says diligent, that is correct. Prisha says caring, that is also correct. Well, exoneration, what is that? Exoneration is to relieve someone of any obligation. It's exoneration. I'll just write it. Exonerate is the act of exonerating, which means to relieve someone of a responsibility or some obligation. That is exoneration. All right. Adolescence. The spelling is wrong because there should be C over here. Adolescence. What is adolescence? It's the stage of life in between childhood and adulthood. We also call it in common terms teenage. That is, and Hindi we call it Kishoravastha. Okay? Annihilation. It's completely destroying something. The spelling is correct over here, but of course this is wrong, so option B cannot be there. Cassette, everybody knows. Octennial, the spelling is wrong here. The spelling is wrong. Correct spelling will be, we'll be having two N's over here. Octennial, what is octennial? Octennial is something which occurs after every 8 years. So I'll be discussing other words also connected to these words which are there. And so, yes, that's right. So, occurring after every 8 years. There is a word which is called as perennial. Anybody wants to tell me what is perennial? Any example of something which is perennial? Where do we use this term normally? Pralay, this part is not for XAT. It is a combination of IIFT and XAT. Will be coming to passages also. That will be useful. Well, what is perennial? Anybody? Gaurav, that's the correct example. Perennial rivers and seasonal rivers. You must have heard that. The perennial rivers are those which flow throughout the year, and seasonal are those which flow in the rainy season. Great. Well done. Acquaintance, again, this is wrong spelling. Adherent, these two words are easy. What is ignominious? What is ignominious? Ignominious is something, an act which causes public, right? So we say that do not do this thing because that will be bringing shame to you in public, right? That is ignominious. Movability, you understand. So acquaintance is wrong. That's why option C cannot be correct. If you look at option D, garrulous. What is garrulous? Someone who talks at extreme, who talks a lot, isn't it? Someone who talks a lot. So the people, because they have a habit of talking a lot, so basically they go on to say things about them which might not even be true at some times. That is garrulous. Notoriety, notorious, notoriety. Centenarian, someone who has crossed the age of 100. Ignominious, I just told you. So D is the correct answer over here. I think all of you got it correct. Well done. The lag, I think the lag is not there. Is it there anymore? It's all right now. Lavanya says to be famous for wrong reasons. Yeah, right. It brings public shame. Rakesh says millions of words. How can we remember? Yeah, Rakesh, there is no one way to do it. You just have to keep on reading and vocabulary builds on its own. Chatty, loquacious, yeah, right. All right, coming to the next question. Certain foreign words are frequently used in English language. Identify the origin of the given words. Wow. This is more of a question of GK, less of English, less of verbal, isn't it? The first word, what do we call it? It's called as coup d'etat. Coup d'etat. It's not coup, it's coup d'etat. Okay, so we call it coup. Coup d'etat. Fait d'accompli. Tete-a-tete, elite. So there are words and then there are options. All are Spanish, all are French, all are Latin, all are Anglo-Indian. What do you think is the correct answer over here? Anonymous, देखो foreign word से कोई trick तो नहीं है, because you know they keep on changing. But there is one thing, though there are symbols like this, symbols like this. All these symbols are majorly used in French and German. I am thinking of doing one thing after session is over. I'll share a PDF in which I have compiled a lot of foreign words. I'll be sharing that to you. एलीट नाम का फ्रेंच सीरीज है नेटफ्लिक्स पे, देखो आंसर आ गया. यस, अभिषेक भट्टाचार्य जी, रोहित, सूरज एंड एवरीवन. All the words are French over here. All are French. Coup d'etat. Now, okay, let us discuss the meanings of these words. Just for sake of interest, because language is very beautiful, let's understand the meanings. Coup d'etat. What is it? So, have you heard about this word called coup? People pronounce it as coup. It's basically coup. What is coup? Anyone? Anonymous, the PDF will be shared on iQuanta open Facebook group. Are you part of it? If not, just join the group. I'll approve your request. Rohit, yeah, it will help. Word power made easy. Tushar says takhta palat. Yeah, that is right. Coup, like you must have heard about military coup. Coup d'etat is basically overthrowing a government. It can also be a dynasty like kings. So this word is used when the government is overthrown. Takhta palat in Hindi, coup d'etat. Happened in Myanmar. Yeah, right. Priyanka, group formed against. Yeah, right, that's right. But when we use coup d'etat, this word is majorly used when you talk about against government. Coming to this fait accompli. What is fait accompli? So it looks like accomplished, something like that. This means something that has already happened. So when people say, okay, I have discovered something new, I have invented something new, I have invented a machine, discovered a theorem. So at that time these kind of words are used, fait accompli, that it has already been done. So when something has already been done, it cannot be changed. Clear? Pradyumnan, we did that in RC, cool. So it is established and we cannot change it. Tete-a-tete is basically face-to-face conversation. So when you want to talk to someone face-to-face, you say, let's meet tete-a-tete. All right. Elite is something which everybody knows. Okay, coming to next question. From the options given below, identify correct antonym for the word given in the capital armistice. What is the antonym of this word? Keep on commenting your answers, everyone. Well, armistice is basically a treaty for peace. You know, when a war is, you basically sign or make a treaty with the opposing party in a war, that is armistice. And so truce is also a kind of treaty. Concord also means the same. We sign treaty for peace. Skirmish is basically fighting with each other. So skirmish is the antonym. Anonymous गलत guess हो गया आपका. Skirmish is a fight, so that is what we have to. Yeah, armistice looks like अच्छा arms word आ रहा है. लग रहा है ना ऐसा कि arms की बात हो रही है, मतलब कहीं लड़ाई झगड़ा हो रहा होगा, but ये उसका उल्टा है. So Anonymous, I don't know what your name is, so I'm calling you Anonymous. Okay, I just, I can recall a funny incident which I think must have happened with a lot of people, specifically when we were kids. So you must have read some quotes, isn't it? Any kind of quote by Mahatma Gandhi, Benjamin Franklin, Einstein, all the great thinkers, Swami Vivekananda. And when the writer was not known, they called it anonymous, the quote by Anonymous. For example, a very famous quote which I kind of recall. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Very dark quote. It's been used in some revenge-based movies. Nobody knows who said that, so it's written anonymous. So what I thought that anonymous, some kind of person, like someone is named Anonymous, and he is the one who writes all the quotes. Did you also think the same? When you're second, third, or fourth standard, at that time, Anonymous looked like some person's name. Next. Again, certain foreign words are frequently used in English language. Identify the origin of the given words. The first word how do we pronounce it? It's called as faux pas. Faux pas. It's not fox pass, it's faux pas. En masse. Bandolero versus. No, Surya, not in XAT, but in IIFT they ask it. In XAT we have reading comprehension passages which are coming soon. This is asked in IIFT. CAT 0.001 percentile. Wow, bhai. Faux pas is basically something which is embarrassing. When you commit a mistake, you get embarrassed. That is faux pas. Okay? Embarrassing situation. En masse is something when a lot of people gather together in large number. That is en masse. Bandolero. What is Bandolero? It's a movie also, Bandolero. Watch that movie. Bandolero is a person who is an outlaw, a bandit, an outlaw. Gunda. Versus, all of you know that. I'll tell you something, we can use, even if we know one word, we can actually do it. So if you look at the first option, it says only 1 and 4 are French. Faux pas is actually French, but versus is not. That is why A option cannot be there. Only 2 and 3 are Spanish. Actually, third is Spanish, second is not. Only 4 is Latin, that is correct. Versus is a word which is derived from Latin language. We'll go with option C. Surya Navraj, Latin stands for normal. No, Surya, Latin is a language. It's a different language, but yeah, nowadays we don't use it. In English, there are a lot of phrases from Latin. All right. Nobody talks in Latin right now, but yes, they're used in English language somehow. Naveen just wrote that 1 and 2 French, 3 Spanish, 4 Latin. Well done, Naveen. Himan, I will share a PDF. I just said that. Okay, this is kind of same question that we had earlier. We have to find the mistake. Like nouns, collective nouns they've been mixed up. The sometimes is plural, some are singular, and they have been. So there are errors, but one sentence is correct. We have to identify that. There is colony of mouses in my house. He gave me 10 5 rupees note. These 5 children are her offsprings. There are no gentry in this town. Pratiksha thinks A is correct. Okay, for this question, I would love if you send me your logic also, that why do you think whatever you have marked is correct. Satvik says C. So people are divided in 2 options, A and C. Pratiksha says okay, correct बताना है. C सबने mark कर दिया है. All right. Any reason for marking C? Tushar, elimination. चलो सात्विक ने आंसर बता दिया. रीजन, people have told their reason. All right. You know what? C is wrong. C is wrong. A, it should be first of all mice. Mouses is nothing. Plural of mouse is mice. He gave me 10 5 rupee notes, because this should be there. So 1 and 2 are wrong, which everybody of you understand. C में problem हो रहा है. है ना? C wrong हो गया. I know you're feeling bad. पर क्यों हुआ? Okay. Offspring is basically a noun, a collective noun. It's an uncountable noun. It basically signifies progeny, the children. There is no plural of offspring. It should be, S should not be there. These 5 children are her offspring. That's it. So offspring is more of a feeling, less of a word. Strange. Okay, coming to gentry. Gentry is basically people of certain, some particular people. We say कि चलो इस बार में जाएंगे, यहाँ पे अच्छी gentry है, यहाँ मत जाओ, यहाँ पे खराब gentry है. You must have heard this, isn't it? Gentry is basically treated as a plural noun. That is why we use R, D. All right. So, can anybody give me another example? An example which has the same kind of word as gentry is, which is plural, but it looks like it is singular. Come on, come up with an example. Yes, Pratiksha. Congregation. Sanjit, no, no, not children. The word is police. क्या होना चाहिए? The police is coming, the police are coming. What is correct? Police is coming or police are coming? Anyone? Bear, deer, grass, इसमें तो आप confused नहीं होगे. Police में people get confused. What should be the correct answer? Police is coming, police are coming. Yes. I kind of guessed that it should be police are coming. The same way gentry is treated, the same kind of word, police is always plural.